Hey there. So I'm here in Beckley in Jamaica, which is a retreat center that specializes in psychedelic experiences. In this case, it's psilocybin, which is the active compound in what's often called magic mushrooms. So let me just show you what this place is like. Check it out. This is the view, and this is the main house here. And yeah, it's absolutely incredible, this place. Now, I'll give you a little rundown of what it's like when you come on a retreat like this. Oh, and by the way, the reason I'm interested in this kind of a retreat, which is a bit unusual for me, is because normally I'm talking about meditation retreats and meditation practice. But recently, over the last few years, there has been a huge amount of research that has come out that is looking at the complementarity of psychedelics and meditation and the overlap between what they can do for us in terms of insight and healing, right? So yeah, normally I'm on meditation retreats, but in this case, I wanted to come on a psychedelic retreat, experience that, and find out, like I say, the overlap between meditation and psychedelics. So here's how it breaks down. If you were to come on a retreat like this here at Beckley, what happens is you arrive on the first day and you kind of check in, you relax, get a sense of the place. Now the first day is preparing you for what's to come. So you hear all about the scientific research, you understand what the mushrooms are, how they're grown, where they come from, how the ceremonies work. You have meetings about, the dosage, where you decide with a facilitator what would be right for you based on your previous experience of these things and the possible tools that you have to get you through it, and how sort of nervous you feel, things like that. So yeah, it's all very tailored to you and your specific needs. You are in a group setting as well, by the way. I think the average group here is probably 12 people, something like that. And I will say that being in a group is excellent because that's what creates the atmosphere of the ceremony. If you did it on your own, just with you and a facilitator, it'd be a very different experience. I found that the group dynamic kind of pulled me through and really enhanced the experience. So I definitely recommend doing it in a group. So anyway, that first day is all about preparation, getting you ready to go into the psychedelic journey. So once the preparation is done, and by the way, when I talk about preparation, I'm talking about breath work, yoga, meditation, all of these things to ground you, get you into a good place and make you feel like you are going to be able to handle it. And there's lots and lots of talks on, what to do when you're actually in the journey and how to navigate the journey. But of course, once you've taken the mushrooms in the ceremonial setting, it's a different story. You have to go through it, you have to experience it on your own. And there are people here who will look after you, facilitators who will sort of be there for you. All you have to do is put your hand up and somebody will come over to you and deal with anything that you need or answer any questions that you have while you're going through the journey. But for the most part, what you're doing is you're lying in the ceremonial setting and you're listening to the music, you're breathing, and you're engaging with what's going on in your mind, essentially. You're seeing what the mushroom has to teach you, to put it one way. So after that first journey, there is a full day. The next day is a full day of integration where you are talking about what came up as a group setting. You are discussing it with facilitators. You're doing some exercises, some movement, some grounding, all of these different things to kind of help you recover from that first journey and also to help you put the pieces together, because to be honest with you, a first psychedelic journey with a high dose of psilocybin can be quite confusing. I mean, seriously confusing. So what you then need to do is, figure out what that was all about and what did it mean to me, and then also how can I get ready for the next ceremony, which is the following day. So after that next day, so you've had one day with the get ready, one day with the journey, one day with the integration, then you're back on another day with the ceremony. You're back into the journey for the second time. Now, I was a little bit nervous going into that second one because the first one was a very intense experience. But the facilitators put my mind at rest. They, reminded me that they would be there to support me through it. I felt the support of the group, and so back into it we went on the second ceremony. And on the second ceremony for me personally, I felt it all came together. I was back in the experience, but this time I knew the terrain and I had the skills to kind of navigate through it. And it was much less confusing, even though it was actually a higher dose of mushrooms. It was much less confusing and actually, extremely enjoyable. And rather than sort of some of the more uncomfortable experiences that I had in the first one, this time I was really able to see my mind. It was as if I was taken out of my mind and able to view it from a distance. If you've seen my other video about psychedelics and meditation, you'll know this is called decentering, the ability to sort of observe yourself from a distance. And so I saw this very, very clearly in the second journey, and it clicked what the overlap between meditation and psychedelics are, because in the first journey I just did not get it at all, but in the second journey it was like, wow, okay, I'm now watching how my mind moves. I'm seeing how the thoughts loop. I'm seeing how they relate to things in my life outside of this situation. I'm also seeing how I can break through the repetitive patterns, and it was absolutely fascinating. And it wasn't just that. There was a deep connection to nature. There was incredible visuals, and look at this place. You're in this unbelievably beautiful place, but you can't imagine what it looks like when you are also taking a psychedelic. So yeah, like for the most part, you're not wandering around enjoying the scenery. The idea is to have your own journey. So you go and sit and you go and lie in the ceremony space, and you have your eyes closed, and you work through what's coming up. But you can go and wander around, and you can take a break, and you can check out the gardens and see what they look like when you are deep in the psychedelic journey. And let me tell you, it's I don't have the words to describe quite how magical and how beautiful that is. So anyway, after the second journey, you have a full day of integration. Once again, you're back in the group and you're sharing what happened to you. You're listening to other people's stories. You're making sense of it. The facilitators will give you some bits of philosophy and some advice based on all of their experience. And I just want to say the facilitators are very experienced. They have lots and lots of practice working in this environment with these groups. So you are very, very well taken care of in a place like this. And also, to be honest, on these integration days, it's kind of a holiday atmosphere, because there's, a couple of swimming pools here. You can go for a jungle walk. You can go and swim in a river. You can go to the beach. So yeah, you do kind of get a bit of a holiday on top of everything else, which is helps because it lightens you up. It makes you feel good. And it allows you the space to think about what you experienced and what you saw and what it means for you outside of this experience and in your life in general. Because that's the important thing here. It's not about coming here, doing a load of mushrooms, having a wild time, and then going home and telling everyone about your crazy stories. The idea is that you learn something about yourself. You can heal something, or you can get some insight, and then you take that home with you and you use that in your life so that you can live a better life. You can relate to people better. You can be a better, husband, wife, parent, business owner, whatever it is, whatever your thing is, right? So everybody comes here for different reasons. Some people come here for healing. Some people come here for exploration of consciousness. And yeah, like in my case, my reason for being here was quite different to everybody else. Like I say, a meditation teacher interested in the crossover between psychedelics and meditation. Whereas most people, I would say, are coming here for purposes of healing, that kind of thing. So yeah, you've now had 2 ceremonies, you've had your final integration day, and the next day is when you would go home. But here's the cool thing: if you come to somewhere like Beckley, before you even arrive here, you have a preparation time with the group that happens on Zoom and also through an app that they give you. So by the time you get here, you're fully prepared. But also, after you leave this place, and I haven't experienced this yet, obviously, but after you leave this place, the work kind of continues with integration sessions that are carried out over Zoom, and also, I believe, through this app that they give you access to before you come. So yeah, I'm just telling you this so that you understand that it isn't just about coming here, doing some mushrooms, and then going home and saying, yeah, I know what that is now. The whole point is that you're as prepared as possible before going in. You make the most of the journey and the insights and the healing that come. And then afterwards, there's this long period of integration where you can really, really make the most of the insights and the healing that happened while you were here. So I would just say it's very, very important, if you are planning to do high doses of any kind of plant medicine, you absolutely must do it in a place where you're safe. Please do it with people who are going to support you, because it can be very, very confusing. And yeah, you really need to know that you trust the people around you so that you can relax into the journey and discover things about your own mind, because ultimately that's what this medicine does for you, or it can do for you. If you approach it in the right way, it can reveal things which normally would be hidden from you. And the results of that, in my experience, have been absolutely magical. I mean, the experience itself, the things that I saw, the visions and the visuals, and the beauty and the connection with nature that comes from the medicine is really, really powerful. But then also insight into the nature of my own mind and the parts of myself that are wounded and need to be healed, shown quite clearly. And yeah, it's not something I'm going to be doing every month, not even every 6 months. It's going to be something that, I may do once a year, or maybe just when I feel called. But I did feel like it was important to come on this journey and to discover for myself what is here and what can be gained from it, especially because lots of people ask me about this, and to be honest, I didn't really have a very strong opinion on it up until now. But yeah, I feel like I've got the insights and I'm happy to share them with you. So this is all for now. I will do some more videos and I'll go deeper into this topic if you're enjoying it. But for now, that is everything. If you're ever thinking of coming to Beckley, then I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's incredibly beautiful and you will be very, very well taken care of. All right, bye for now.